It's a shame we lost 2 points, because when you are winning 93, 94 minutes and you concede, you lost 2 points. I think we struggled first half for many reasons. Second half we were much better. We scored 2, we could score more. But yeah, at the end it's a shame.
Chelsea were robbed of 3 points against Brentford, and if you don't think that's true, you clearly don't understand the rules of football, or you've got massive Chelsea derangement syndrome. On Saturday's game against Brentford, Brentford's equalising goal in the last minute should have been given offside. It was clearly offside. It's the first major offside call that VAR has got wrong this season, and of course it happened to Chelsea after the controversy of Fulham's goal in game week 3. And it's just so predictable that Chelsea were going to get bitten at the first opportunity, given the stupid narrative that that goal should have been allowed to stand against Chelsea. As I said on my previous videos, the Fulham disallowed goal was a judgment call, and you could argue that it was a foul, and you could also argue that it wasn't, and I can see why Fulham fans were very upset about it. But this call yesterday is way more egregious. It was a matter of fact that the Brentford player was offside when the ball was flicked on for the throw-in, and all the Chelsea players and coaches were absolutely raging about it. And it was clear offside, and Chelsea were robbed of the 3 points. Especially after the fantastic comeback in the second half. Chelsea were the much better team and deserved the 3 points, but it was absolutely outrageous. I didn't really see it at the time, but the call is so obviously offside and Chelsea should be rightfully annoyed. But this just proves to those idiots that saying that Chelsea get all the best VAR calls. We got absolutely robbed in this call. It's definitely the case that the Premier League officials are absolutely terrible, and they're terrible for everybody. This week Chelsea got bitten by it, and the next week it'll be another team, and the inconsistency in the decisions is absolutely terrible. We'll be talking about this more on the next episode of Chelsea Against the World, but let us know your thoughts on this in the comments below, and VAR is shameful.
Last season, I was a little bit reticent to say he was the best player in the Premier League. I actually felt he was, but the fact Chelsea hadn't had such a great season, and I ended up going for Foden, just above him. And most people thought the same, because Foden got, I think, the 2 Player of the Year awards. But inside me, I felt like he was the best player in the Premier League. And on the back of last season and this season, if he carries on this again through this season, I think he's the best player in the Premier League. I do. Because you think he's not playing with the absolute elite at sort of Manchester City. Obviously, he moved on from there. And when I look at him now, and I think of the last player who I classed as the best player in the Premier League, who didn't play for one of the teams who were maybe going for the title, I don't think Chelsea will be doing that this season, was probably Gareth Bale. Different type of player, more athletic Gareth Bale. But for a couple of years at Tottenham, he was the best player in the Premier League, even though his team was sort of just a team battling for Champions League, as Cole Palmer's will be. But I go back to the consideration with Phil Foden. I actually feel a little bit for Phil Foden. He's never really grabbed that England position. You're talking about the national team, and players have come from nowhere and almost took his place. So at one stage, it felt like he was going to be the right winger for England, and then Saka comes in. Then it's okay, he's the number 10. Jude Bellingham comes in. And then you think, okay, we'll get Foden in the team somewhere, left-footed. Cole Palmer comes along. Now, I absolutely adore Phil Foden. But Cole Palmer has to play in the England team because, as I've just said there, for me, right now, there is no better player in the Premier League over the last sort of, 15 months.
Hello Chelsea fans, welcome back to the channel. What a roller coaster at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea drew 2-2 with Brentford in one of the most dramatic games of the season, but the big talking point tonight? VAR. And Jamie Carragher is absolutely furious. Brentford took the lead through Kevin Schade, shocking the home crowd early. But then, stoppage time drama. Brentford's Fabio Carvalho scored a late equaliser, but replays clearly showed he looked offside. Chelsea players were livid, Mauricio Pochettino couldn't believe it, and Stamford Bridge erupted in boos. After the game, reports emerged that VAR officials admitted they didn't draw the lines properly during the review. This is not the first time we've seen this mistake cost a team vital points. Jamie Carragher didn't hold back on Sky Sports. He called the decision a disgrace and said VAR is failing the game. His exact words, "You cannot keep making these errors." Chelsea have been robbed of 2 points tonight. Social media has exploded, Chelsea fans are furious, many saying VAR is ruining football. Some even want it to their next fixture. They should have had all 3 points, and now questions will be asked about how the Premier League handles VAR going forward. Let us know in the comments, should VAR be scrapped? Or does it just need major reform? And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more Chelsea news, transfer updates, and tactical breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload.